these are some of the things I have learned the hard way after relocating to the UK, including other people's experiences, because these are not just mine alone. I found a lot of comments on social media, people talking about the things they've learned the hard way after they relocated to the UK. You know, one, your accent as a foreigner, your color as a, would make people straight ahead. A lot of people, let's say 80% of the people here, see you as in nothing, to be honest, as the dumbest person on earth. I mean, they will see you as, it will make people see you as incompetent, especially workplaces. Some wouldn't even want to relate with you, ask you to do anything. Even the simplest job that that you've done, they don't want to ask you to do that, or even put you in a position for you to handle search, because they believe that you don't know it, you are nothing. I don't know what they think. You are looking at an adult who has come to work, who speaks English, and you see the person, you are feeling otherwise. You don't really want to open up to the person. And if there are some kind of stuff, like advancements in the person's job, that would help the person grow, or training, they wouldn't like to open up to show. I remember when I was doing care job, I told you I have never been taken to the medication room to observe medication. I was like, what is all this? Is it not just to watch somebody bring out this meds? And what is it? The use of, is it to empty urine, from the catheter? I was never taught at my workplace. But when I went to a different place, immediately that was what I was doing. I don't know why people I don't know why they discriminate a lot. They don't want to show you to the next level. Trainings that are available to you, some employers or staff you work with wouldn't want to open up, let you get opportunity to do that training or to learn that little thing. This is how to do this is how, because they believe that you are nothing, you are zero up here, you are a dumpster. I don't know how they see people in this color. It's quite a pity, to be honest. We are all humans and we are all intelligent in our own ways. So my recent experience at my workplace was, I was just new to a class. I think that should be my second day in that class. The first day I read story with the children, we discussed the story, But the second day, the main teacher was doing register. When something has called her attention, she walked out to respond to that. She left the register half undone. Instead of her to ask me to take on with that register, she called another person who is not even a class teacher. She works with the nursery to come take. I sat there, I was feeling so uncomfortable. I said, what is this? This is something I work in a secondary school as a cover supervisor. Do you know what that means? To work as a cover supervisor, you stand in the place of a teacher. I used to take roll calls, talk more of in a primary year one. The teacher walked away, went and called somebody to come and finish the register. Whereas I was seated in that class, I was just thinking, what is this? And when that one finishes taking the register, the way she looked at me and walked out, I said, gosh, this is insulting. So please, you cannot look at a full-grown adult as me and you think that I am nothing, I am dumb, I don't know what you think about me, and yet you have me work in that organization. So number two, sometimes you feel that you do not belong to this society. This is not from me. This is one of the comments I found online. People having to feel that maybe they made a mistake coming to the UK at first place, especially the kind of relationship people give to them, discriminatory attitude, people give to them at workplaces. This person says at school, she felt that she doesn't belong to the class, that sometimes they get to be talking, and when she talks, they keep asking, can you say that again? Can you say that again? She speaks English. Her country was colonized by the British, but yet her own English is her accent makes it a bit harder for people to understand her. She says she actually finds it very, very awkward, and unusual, that she regrets coming to the UK. And sometimes she chooses not to speak instead of talk, and people will be, what? Next point is the fake smile, which is very common. Everybody knows. I think it's their kind of culture here, to smile to people even when they don't know the person. I think it's even better you don't smile at all down. And another point is that you would find the kindest people in the UK. Yes, yes. That is something very fascinating about the British people here. A lot of them are so kind. They live something that the Bible describes as selfless lifestyle. They live selflessly. They don't hold on to whatever they have. A British person is ready to give you everything in his house and then replace a new one. They are ready to take everything to the charity and start a new life. They are ready to give you something that you do not even think that somebody can give to you as a gift. This is one good thing about most of the British people, But some of them can even carry their bag until the bag rotte. They're not going to even dispose them, Sorry guys, I've just came in from church, The next important thing is this. No one is your friend at work. This is the honest truth. No one is your friend at work. You can chat with your colleagues when they open up for you to chat with them. If they don't, mind your business. Let everything ends at work. Here people are so chatty at times. They can tell you everything about them, their relationship, how they have married, first husband, first partner, third partner, gave birth to this, have another. It's okay. You can share yours, but some things have got limits, especially when talking about your partner, because there is something you would say about your partner, especially with Africans, that some people's spouse, they don't really help at home. If you open up this kind of a thing to a white person, they might report it, and then it becomes a case between you and your spouse, especially with the female Africans. Sometimes our spouse, don't help at home because of work or because of other engagements. But that notwithstanding, these people, they have their culture. We all have our culture. So what you share at work about your children, about yourself. That's the complaint that you give. They will think that you are depressed and report you that you have a mental problem, that you are not fit to work. But this is something you just open up to your colleague in confidence. As in, you guys were chatting, she was saying her own thing, and you said yours, your own will be taken very serious, and you'll be surprised. Yes, there was a video a lady made where she went to work, and the colleague asked her, where do you want to be in the next 5 years? She said certainly she will leave this place and get a better job. Before the next day she came to work, her manager called her and said, so you are planning to leave us? So you have planned to leave this company without letting us know officially? This was just a mere, where do you plan to? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? A chat you were having with your colleague. And then it extended to the manager's ear. Can you imagine? Normal chat. Maybe you are not leaving that company in the next 10 years, but your dreams and aspiration. So know who to share your dreams with. Next point. At workplace, honestly, endeavor to look very confident. Yes. They would believe that you are incompetent. Even when you look that confident and dress smartly, sometimes they look down on you. Talk more of when you are cold. When you want to talk, you are hiding your voice inside. You're speaking through inside of your stomach. You cannot open up and say what you meant or what you want. I don't know, you slow your speech as if you have a speech problem. No. I mean, be outspoken when you can and say things that are reasonable. Be smart, be confident in your expression. Don't do something you do not know. Ask questions before you do anything. Hence, you are not sure about that. Ask to the right persons, is this what I'm supposed to do or what I'm not supposed to do, to be sure. The next point is for you to always read the terms and agreements in any contract you are venturing into. Anything you are buying, you are renting a house, you are buying anything on contract, pay as you go. Pay by installment. You have to read the contracts. You will get into trouble of having to pay, what is it called? Early termination fee of a contract, because it is not common for us, especially in Nigeria, to start reading all these contracts. We just sign and go. But here, it is a serious thing, especially when you are renting a house. Maybe the contract would just bind you 6 months you are to live in that house stretch before you can move on, or 1 year. But then you want to leave before that 1 year contract expires, and you didn't know about this. They will ask you to pay money, or you are getting a job. Yes, somebody showed me a job contract that she's about to get, in the contract, the terms and agreement suggest that if she's terminating her job earlier than that 12 months, she has to pay £5,000. A lot of people wouldn't read this. A lot of people would not know about this. And then you will terminate your job. They will ask you to pay £5,000. Here, ignorance is not an excuse. Before you talk, they will go and bring the contract that you signed, your signature, so you have to pay the 5K. So always read contract else you get yourself into a mess. Come on, the next point. Please and please learn how to say no to something that you are not sure of. Something you know that you don't know how to do this. Don't say, I want to try. Instead, like I've said, ask somebody to show you. Right? Don't agree to something that you do not know how to do. They're gonna use that against you, and you wouldn't like the outcome. Yes. Well, somebody says in the UK, no time to make friends, and that if you find some friends, it's either they want to use you, use your time, or friends for benefits. They want to become parasitic kind of friendship, make you dry, as the case may be. For me, to be honest, no time to make friends because I'm a busy person. You don't get time to say you are going to somebody's house. You don't even have enough time to rest for yourself. Talk more of going to see who, to find who. Though it's always difficult for single people. If you come here for study, you might want to, make friends. Do not restrict it to the people from your country. Nice people are everywhere, But then, for we families, sometimes the friends we get here are friends for benefits. Do me, I do you. Help me, I help you. Especially with them childcare thing. Help me, I help you. If you don't help me, I don't go help you. It's crazy talking about this. But when it comes to going to visit people, it's hard here. People barely have time for themselves. Talk more of going to spend some time at people's home, gist. And another thing someone says she found very awkward, not nice, in the UK is the 12 hours of shift, working for 12 hours. When I read her comment, I laughed. You know why I laughed? Because I've done 14 hours in the past. Yes, 7:30 a.m. until 9:30 p.m. That's been the longest hours of shift I've done in the past, 14 hours. 12 hours, you get 10 hours, you get 8 hours, 6 hours of shift. That could be 4 hours depending on the field where you work, but for care work, all these hospital doctors, my husband even works 14 hours or 12 hours. Yes, he does such shifts, So it's always long hours of shift. By the time you're done with it, you come home, you take your bath, straight to bed. Sometimes you hardly find time to rest. But the good thing is this, your off days are there. Endeavor to use your off days to rest or do something very fun. Don't keep going back to take extra shift. I know somebody that works from Monday till Sunday, doesn't even go to church. He takes all the extra shift. This is a family person. He doesn't rest. Every now and then the person is at work. You work your full shift. That's the 40 hours a week. And you take all the extra. This is crazy. Think about yourself. Consider yourself. You need that rest as well. Now somebody put this comment and said, very little support by management. Once you start working, you have to figure out a lot of things by yourself. That reminds me of something one lady that worked in this hospital mentioned, that when she was asking for help, because they kept writing and saying she's incompetent, they're going to report her to her management to take her license. She's a professional in her field. She has worked for 2 years in Nigeria before coming here. In fact, she was doing her 6-month probation, but it was like somebody being in a hair fire and the hair was burning her. She couldn't get out of it. She was just regretting and praying how to overcome. The senior staff she was working with as at that time, none of them was friendly. In fact, she met the most horrible people on earth. Yes, they were saying all sort of things. She said when she's getting ready to go to work, she has a high BP. She developed high BP. Newly married couple, girl. She feels like, oh my God, why would I go? When you go to work, you don't have anybody to chat with for the rest of 10 hours you'll be working. You can't gossip with anybody because The other 3 senior staff, they gossip among themselves. You are left alone as a fresher. You know, she says when she asks them, when they write all those things, you are incompetent, you can't see a patient, you can't handle a patient, you should go back to school. And then she will ask them, okay, what do you think I can do to improve? Do you know what she said? They told her. He said, her supervisor told her, anyway, we are paying you salary. You are here to work. You are not in school. You learn all that in school and not at workplace because we pay you salary. To the glory of God, this lady has left that place. She found work another place. So she found a job in another city and she moved. I think this month she moved, and I've called her to say, how is the new place? And she told me that they are very supportive. They put her on another training. In fact, they are so nice. And she found about 2 blacks, she said, in her department, not Nigerians, you know, different African countries. They are so supportive, putting her through. So please don't die at your workplace, especially when she came in with 3 years contract, but she terminated it soon after the 6 months. She resigned. It wasn't just her alone. 2 other Nigerians that came in with her, they suffered the same thing in that department. So some people are pure R factor. You know, when they cannot provide you with any support, they want to make sure that they frustrate you out of that job. It's sad. You know, so learn your left and right. Yes, ask questions when you can. And also pray that you meet nice people. There are nice people in the UK, like I've stated, but there are also evil people in this very country, especially at workplace. People who feel that, people who have not traveled out to anywhere, they feel that you have come here to take their money, to take their position. Therefore, they will do anything. Some don't even feel like that. Some are naturally discriminatory. So that is the problem. They cannot offer you any help. Once they see you, they have seen failure, incompetency. They have seen somebody who is a dumb. Why should I be working? If it happens at the hospital, some patients would even say, no, they don't want. Is that the nurse that is going to attend to me? A black nurse, a black doctor? No, I don't want that. They will be requesting for a Igbo doctor. Some of them, the management will tell them, this is the only person on duty. Sorry, if this nurse or doctor cannot see you, we are short-staffed. By fire, by force, they will allow the black doctor or nurse to come and see them. So pray when you come here as well, so that you get to meet people who are nice and kind as well, because not all of them are evil. This is evil when you see your fellow human being, because it's not your color. You think that you are better. You think that you are there, that this other person is just zero. It is sheer wickedness. I can't look at anybody like that or perceive anyone as that. No, instead, offer any kind of help you can. And this lady wrote a comment and said, another thing she learned the hard way is that so much hate and jealousy among colleagues, so much gossip. Once you are happy, they will make sure that that smile fades. Anyway, I wouldn't say, you know, this in particular. What I know is that, especially when you have another color of you, person from the same country or the same color as you, working in the same organization with you, if both of you are gisting and talking, they don't feel comfortable, but they can gossip and say their own with their own colors. You know, this is just the case of Yoruba and Igbos in Lagos, Nigeria. You know, you work in a Yoruba organization, you work in an organization with more of the Yorubas. They blow their Yoruba language fluently and happily. But once you see an Igbo person and begin to blow Igbo, it becomes a problem. You know, so this is common here. Yes, they like you to, some of the staff would like you to be doing something. Even when there is nothing to be doing. I've experienced that when I work in early years. Even when there was nothing to be done. Francesca, do you want to do this? But they will stand with their colleagues and gist. You know, and it is more depressing when you are working in a department where you are just the only person of color there and you are new. These other people, in fact, imagine going on a 12 hours of shift. You wouldn't have anybody to chat with, to gist with, or to say, oh, did you have this and that? And all of them, it will be killing. It will be killing. I think this would be it. Please, if you are living in the UK, you can put in the comment section the things you learned the hard way. Do not forget DIY is also common here. You don't get anybody to fix your bag for you, to fix, hey, come and fix my washing machine, or hey, Scholar alone is £40. So everything, you buy something that you need to fix, you have to learn, use the manual and fix it yourself. This is another thing I've learned the hard way in the UK. Write yours in the comment section. Yes. Thank you once again for watching. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more.